this series, we are going to tell you about all of the fun, kind of extra little opportunities that the college program has to offer.
So we mentioned classes in our overview of the Disney College Program video, and because that's the biggest part of the learning. However, there are sort of other educational opportunities that are available to you when you're on your college program. I forget what they're called exactly.
I believe that there is a series called...
It was like CPAS? Was that
CPAS? Yeah, College Program Alumni Speaker Series.
Was that it? Yeah, it was. Okay, but so there's that where it's they have like networking opportunities and just speakers come in that you can listen to that were previously on the college program and they'll answer.
For example, we got to go see Dan Cockrell, the vice president of now Magic Kingdom, not Hollywood Studios anymore, speak at the first session of that series. So it's just kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really great though because they'll answer any questions that you have and see sort of how they went from college program participant to where they are now.
Such as a vice president of a park, so it really shows that the college program can get you places. Another aspect of the college program that they have to offer is sometimes you can go on fun little backstage tours. If there's anything that you're really interested in, such as a backstage tour of the Haunted Mansion, mention it to your leaders while you're there because they're the ones who coordinate those types of events, and if you express interest in it to them, they might be more willing to make that happen.
Yeah, definitely. The best way to know about the opportunities is to sort of talk with your leaders because that's the most like direct source of information. Mm-hmm. However, there is sort of two other written ways. One is a weekly email that you get about all of the going-ons of your program. So if there's like pool parties or welcome events or get to know the ICPs, those are really fun. And then there's also a calendar that they give out at the front desk.
It's called the Communicator.
The Communicator.
It should be called a Communicator, if you ask me. But
yeah, but they got rid of the Agent P is now.
The Naked Mole Rap is still my theme song.
Listen to the Naked Mole Rap.
But anyway, they give out this calendar that has all of these different like VoluntEARS events and the CPAS events. So you can pick that up at your front desk location of wherever you're living. And we basically always had it hanging up on our corkboard in our apartment, which was really nice. So.
Yeah. Also, you can check on the hub for I believe it's called D-Learn now, and it's basically kind of like a link off of the hub that'll list a bunch of different learning opportunities. So that's where we, for example, signed up to go sit and listen to a panel of Fairy Tale Wedding cast members who kind of gave us an overview of what they do and how they got to the roles that they have, and we also got to take a bunch of fun pictures in the wedding pavilion.
Yeah, they were really fun.
But the hub does have stuff that is not mentioned in those emails sometimes. So if you kind of go and scroll through, you can find some really cool stuff to participate in there.
Yeah. The hub has a bunch of stuff that is only available for all cast members. But then some of the other opportunities like the CPAS series or they have like Networking 101, How to Write a Resume. Those are all just for CPs. So
take advantage of that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know from experience, the proctor that I had for both of my classes, he was also the proctor for a lot of those like speakers and for the little other additional classes. So he really worked very closely with the college program participants and making sure that they were like really set up for whenever they left their program and they were just best foot forward to their future. That was so corny.
I can't speak much for the next thing we're going to talk about because I unfortunately did not get to participate in this, but VoluntEARS is a very, very, very wonderful thing you can participate in during your college program.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Sometimes they have VoluntEARS events that are just CP wide. So I know a lot of the Give Kids the World. It's a very close partner of
Philanthropy?
Yeah. It's a very close program with the Walt Disney Company. They work very close hand in hand of making dreams come true. And it's a really, really great organization. I really recommend that you just look into it because it's something that I would definitely, if I had the opportunity to do my program over again, I definitely wanted to go to one of those. But all of my VoluntEARS experiences actually happened through our workplace. So it was just a lot of Main Street cast members or just Emporium cast members. They organized their own sort of events. And then we all went together to go do them. So it was just a really great way of getting to know my coworkers, but also like really helping a good cause.
Also check out for VoluntEARS opportunities at the end of every email because all the little things like that are also cast member wide are mentioned in the weekly emails that you get about the college program too.
So arguably one of the coolest opportunities you get on your college program is guest passes. So as a cast member, you have your own entrance pass that'll let you into the parks, you know, permitting it's not like a blacked out date for all self-admittance. But you also get guest passes that will let your family and friends into the parks. And I unfortunately only used them once, so I'm not too familiar with the process, so Lorraine's gonna take that one.
So my mom and aunt came to visit, which is why I have a little bit more experience with how the guest passes work. So essentially you have 5 days of guest passes. You're going to get 3 cards that look like your main entrance pass, but they will say guest pass on them. They're numbered on the back, so they each are their own specific ticket if you were to link them in My Disney Experience, which you can do. And basically what happens is each day you can use 3 guest passes. For example, if you go for 2 days but you bring 2 people each day, the 3rd guest pass each day disappears. So it's not like you have 15 guest passes total. You have 5 days, up to 3 people per day. So if you don't use them all each day, the rest of them just disappear. And that's essentially how they work. There's no getting around like using them more. It's just flat out, that's how it works. And if you go on the hub, you can see the blackout dates and you'll know which days you cannot bring guests into the park, as well as which days you yourself cannot use your main entrance in the park. In the summer months and kind of peak season, it's a little more difficult to bring guests in because the parks are already so crowded. There's rarely a day that you yourself cannot go into the park.
Yeah, the only days that are really blacked out for cast members even are hard ticketed events. So like the 24-hour day, we weren't allowed. We had to purchase a ticket if we wanted to go to that event. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was in the Magic Kingdom anyway because I was working from 8 to 8. 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Fun time. So fun. It actually was really fun. But
Mickey's
also,
not so scary.
Yeah, like the holiday parties. I know Easter we were allowed in, but 4th of July they weren't. So just sort of things like that where it's already going to be at capacity with the guests that are paying for their tickets.
So just make sure if you have any family or friends that come visit you and they're planning on visiting you, kind of coordinate the blackout dates before they book any sort of trip or something. And speaking of that, you also get a cast member discount on resorts on Disney property, as well as a discount on tickets. It's only a 10% discount on tickets, so it's not that big of a deal. But if for some reason your family or friends can't come any other time than blacked out dates, you can still get them a discount on tickets if they wish to purchase them.
Alright, so we hope you enjoyed this video as part of our series all about the Disney College program. If you have any other additional questions, you can always reach out to us either through the comments or through a message or through our Tumblrs and all of that fun stuff. And we will be getting back to you real quick. I don't know why, I just decided to go into a southern accent.
It's been a long day.
It really has. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed and check out the other videos from this series down in the down bar.
Have a magical day.